30 seconds and counting. Astronauts report it feels good. T-minus 25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes.
Is there anybody out there that wants to roll? And is there anybody out there that wants to boogie? Tonight, live from the Apollo, Glasgow.
Well, if you're looking for trouble, I'm the man to see. If you're looking for satisfaction, the satisfaction guaranteed. I'm as cool as a body on ice. Out to them the rolling dice. Send you to heaven, or take you to hell.
Welcome to Glasgow Apollo Live with Scott and Andy.
Wonder how long it'll be until they take that down again.
Take what down? That's me. You can't take it down.
That's amazing, that intro. I mean, I love it, but they took the copyright off it and then they put it back on again. They took it back off again. They can't make their bloody mind up, so I thought I'd just play it tonight and see what happens. It's
okay.
It's
right.
How are you, mate? You all right?
Tip top.
Tip top. Oh, well, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Absolutely tip top. Sorry, I've been listening to.
Yeah, I love it. But I've
been listening. Listen, when you let me speak, I've been listening.
I'm letting you speak. Speak then. Speak. What the fuck is that you've got?
That's a teacup.
Oh right, okay. Go on then. Speak. I'm waiting.
PG Woodhouse.
Ah.
This week. Awfully nice of you. Dashed.
Well, I can't do that sort of accent. I can't do any accents.
Barely your own.
Every accent sounds like it's sort of either Scottish or Punjabi. That's about it, really.
Welsh. Yes. Hello.
Anyway,
yes.
Good evening and welcome to Glasgow Apollo Live with me, Scott MacArthur.
And me, Andy Muir.
Yes, he got his name right.
Live in front of your naked, steaming eyes.
This is the episode 76, Andy. I can't think of anything significant to say for the 76th episode apart from how on earth did we get to 76?
The old 76ers. That's us.
The 76ers. The 76ers.
Made it through.
Unbelievable.
Whoever that is on, is that Barry? BOGG 1959?
I don't know.
That might be. He's on the. That might be Barry.
Could be.
Could be Barry.
Could be Barry.
He's on
Hello,
the
Barry.
old. He's on the. Hello, Barry. It's actually only 600 milliliters.
How do you know that? How is it? You didn't measure it out, did you? You did tell me you didn't measure it out.
Yes, of course. Let me see how much is in this.
Oh, dear.
Right. Okay.
Oh, so what have you been listening to this week?
Oh, heaps, mate. Heaps. Nah, little bit of Roxy music, bit of Martha, and
me too.
Muffins.
Yeah.
A bit of Rush, 2 Rush albums, maybe 3.
Very good. I'm very impressed with that.
And I listened to what's it called? Smith and Kotzen.
What's
I
that?
think it is. Hold on. It's Adrian Smith.
Right.
And what's his name?
Adrian from Iron Maiden.
Aye.
Right.
And I've forgotten his first name. Richie Kotzen.
Oh, yes. Aye. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Good
Good
singer.
album.
Yeah.
Good album. Actually, good. He's a good singer, but what a guitarist.
Very good.
Very good album. If you like bluesy sort of winery dogs.
I love the winery
Almost
dogs.
bit of free in there too. So
Is that? All right,
pretty good.
okay.
Yeah, pretty
Well,
good. Good album.
And obviously the lyrics must be better than the standard Free and Bad Company lyrics.
Oh no, just keep
Baby,
keeping it
baby,
there.
baby.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with a baby, baby, baby. Sweet baby.
I see you make it sound all right, but this is so boring, really.
Yeah.
You know that song "Feel Like Making Love" by Bad Company. I mean, what a bloody awful song. I mean, anyway,
That's one of my favourite songs.
is it? So
I love
I'm
it.
not saying I'm right enough, but I had a weird week.
Not
because I
many
was
people
listening
do.
to- what?
Not many people do.
Okay, I am. I had a weird week because I got the new Rush 40th anniversary Moving Pictures album, right? And in there was a sneaky wee live album, live at YYZ. Absolutely the best live album Rush have ever made. Absolutely the best one I've ever heard. It was unbelievable, honestly.
You bought it, a physical record?
No, I was listening to it. The one I want, the version of it I want is 200 quid, and I can't afford that at the moment, so I'm not going to be spending that. But
No.
but anyway, it was amazing, and the mix. Honestly, I've not heard an album produced like that for a long time. And then the second one I found, and it was on the YouTubes. It was Pink Floyd in 1974 on the Wish You Were Here tour. Bloody hell, it was fantastic. You know, so I've been binging on both of them this week, which has been good. But
I need to. I'll check that out.
Really good. I mean, honestly, even for non-Rush fans, it's just the mix. The guy Terry, what's his face? I can't remember his second name, but the mix is like the three of them are right at the front, and you can actually hear Neil shouting at some point. I've never heard that on a record before. You know, Neil shouting the timing and stuff. And there's a wee bit where he just does this little tiny ding in one of the songs, and he hits it, and obviously it's perfect precision, perfect. And you hear him going ting, and then about 2 minutes later he goes yes, because they obviously nailed it. It was so difficult to get it right, you know. So it's unbelievable. It's really good, really, really good. So,
cool.
And I was listening to John McLaughlin a wee bit because we brought him up last week, so I thought I'd listen to him. Not the jazzy stuff, the more ambient stuff that he did more recently, which is quite good actually. And your man from that you and others like, the guy for Temperance Movement. I've been trying to catch up with his Sunday shows that I know you like.
Yeah, I love it, man.
What a talented bloke, eh? What's his name again?
Phil Campbell.
Phil
Double
Campbell.
L. Philip Campbell.
Very, very good. Very good.
He's just for like when you see him just in his room, you know, in the room there, playing the piano, and then he goes, "I'll just play guitar," and you're like, "Shut up, mate! You're such a good musician and everything." And seems to be getting back on his feet again after a wee bit of a
wobbly moment, didn't he?
Wobbly moment.
Yeah. Did you see the Commonwealth Games thing?
I saw a tiny bit of Tommy Iommi.
Aye.
Not being featured very much on a massive song, just playing rhythm guitar. What's the point? Maybe he wrote the song. Maybe he wrote it.
Well. Yeah. It was a bit like they were paying sort of lip service to him. Really, I didn't think it was very good, but it's looking great though. The games are looking good, and it's certainly gone down well. So anyway, so here we are. Tonight's show, we've got the results of the best punk band to play on the 45-foot stage. We've got some.
There's a couple of bands that I don't think played it there, Paul.
I think you're probably right. Well, it was like last week, the best guitarist, Prince. No, that was just a cheeky monkey. That's what that was. But that was good. I enjoyed that. It's good. There's over 800 votes, mate.
Wow.
800. Fantastic. So
that is good.
That's good. I'm only to decide what we think punk is, because I'm completely confused by some of the bands that were on the list. But anyway, and we're going to have some quite cool music, which I'm looking forward to playing. A little bit of video this week as well, just a little tiny bit, but a little bit of video. So yeah, should be good. Are you all set to do your usual thing?
What is it? When is it?
People tune into this every week.
Sorry. That's all I can
I'll just
say.
say hello to folk whilst you're gathering your thoughts. Hi, Boots. How you doing? Thanks very much, mate, for joining us once again. Evening, guys. Good evening, everyone. Hello, whoever that is. I'm not quite sure who that is. Andy, if you can see who that is, that would be good. John's in. Hello, John. They've caught you staying in one place, have we? That's rare. I'm curious to know how you'll make two bands last through the show, but I know you'll do it. Yeah, we will, John. We'll manage it. We'll manage it. Fiona's here. Hello, Fiona. How are you doing? Thanks for joining us. That's fantastic. And
Cheryl was
so-
the evening, guys. Good evening, everyone. That was Cheryl. Good evening, Cheryl.
Right, okay. Hello, Cheryl. So, yeah, quite a lot to do tonight. You know, there's only two bands. Well, 1.5 bands, maybe. Don't know how you call it. Two?
No,
Anyway.
there's 4 bands. Blood.
Yeah. So this is it. Are you ready for this? Look, this is really exciting. Look,
Right.
There it is. Look at that.
Mate, I had to make it more exciting and put the album cover in the background there as well.
Well, so you did. I'm quite impressed with that, mate. Well done. You're getting quite good at this.
Yeah.
76 shows in. I
76
didn't notice at all.
shows in.
I didn't
No,
notice.
that's
I didn't
just-
notice at all, if I'm honest.
just-
How can 1980 be 42 years ago?
I don't know. It's not right.
I remember, right? I remember.
I
walking-
remember when I was
Hey,
a
back
young
when I was
boy.
a lad. Yeah, but I remember Captain Primary. What was they called? Captain Primary when I was there. You were at the Fenian school, weren't you? And I was at the Protestant school. Is that right? Or where were you?
No.
Where were you? What school did you go to?
I was in Glasgow at the moment.
Glasgow,
at that time.
right? Anyway, I went
I
to
was
the
in Townhead.
So I remember at that wee school with the well green, you know, that one in Carluke.
Yes.
And I remember walking down the path to the class, kissing Angela McComb on the cheek.
Oh, nice.
She was nice, was Angela McComb.
I'm pretty sure she was. Yeah.
She was.
She probably still is.
Yeah, she probably still is. Yeah, she was probably shocked after I kissed her. But then I remember saying to Graham Potter, can you imagine next year's 1980? Can you imagine that?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, you know. And now it's 42 years ago. That was only yesterday, mate.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I mean, my lips are still stinging for the kiss because she had something funny on her cheek.
Oh yeah.
But it was probably probably rat poison to scare Scott off.
Keep you off. On the.
So Andy, who played the Glasgow Apollo?
Oh, we're there yet? Are we still there? Are we still doing this? Right. Still Chronicles of Scott. I remember in 1982. Right.
It is terrifying, Fiona. You're absolutely right.
It is, Fiona. You're quite right. Things just go whoosh. What was that? A year? Right. Okay.
I'm going to get my blues guitar out in a minute. Sorry. Yes.
Okay. So there's 2 gigs this week. Roxy Music and Roxy Music, supported by Martha and the Muffins, on Monday, July the 28th, and Tuesday, July the 29th, surprisingly. 29th after 28th. In 1980, as you say, 42 years ago.
Unbelievable.
Shocking, really.
Just unbelievable.
42 years ago.
I don't understand.
Yeah. Mate, I remember when my doctor said I wouldn't even make 30, so that's good.
If
I've outlasted them.
You won't make 30. That's a million song, mate. You're living in a million song.
How did your side just gone a bit bonkers?
Was it? Oh.
Yeah.
I'll stop
It's
talking.
like your double timing is. Yeah.
Oh.
So that's it. The Flesh and Blood was the album that Roxy Music were playing. Taking round the traps. And
Yes.
Roxy Music, and Martha and the Muffins were playing their first album called Metro Music, which had the big hit Echo Beach, which is still a
I remember
nice
Echo
wee
Beach.
song.
I put the wrong
yeah.
picture on there. Sorry. There they are.
Oh, have you? Okay. That doesn't look like Martin. Oh, Okay,
I've got Martha
That's
Muffin
them.
single.
that's the boys. That's
the
them.
boys.
So that's probably not them from the time though. So that's Martha Johnson
Which
on
one
the left,
is it?
and
Right.
the lady on the left there,
Okay.
and the lady in the middle there on the right hand side is Martha Ladley.
She called Martha as well.
Yeah, that's good. And two Marthas. Yeah, your sound's going a bit mad as well again. Yeah, so they were good. I quite enjoyed their album. It's quite good. It was good going back to listen to it again. Yes, Barry, far away in time. Hi guys, not yet. Derek. Yeah. No, it's good. It's good. Martha Ladley, she went on to sing with the Associates. She was in the Associates as well, Scottish band, and she worked a bit for Peter Gabriel, and now she's a professor in Canada now. But the other lady, Martha
Is that
Johnson,
right, mate?
she still makes music. Yeah, she's
Oh,
a professor of, uh, I think it's user experience or something.
all
She
right.
teaches something like that at a
Right.
uni there. And the lady on the left, Martha Johnson, she still makes music, kids music. Yeah, so it's good.
Right.
Flesh and Blood. I enjoyed that. I do enjoy that album. It's a good record.
I don't know it at all.
Although Boots was saying it's far from their best, but I think they probably they don't care about his opinion, and
That was very nice.
and they, well, it's true. They don't care, and I'm sure that Brian, what's his name? What's his name?
Ferry. Brian Ferry.
Brian Ferry. He's crying into his gold cup or his gold cup about that. But I liked it. It's very. You can see when the first time I heard it, I went, "My God, this is what Duran Duran used as
Yeah.
their template for the 80s." And then I looked online and some guy said, "This is the template Duran Duran." You're like, "What the heck?" Anyway, so
It's
it's good.
funny, isn't it? Because if you look at
It's a
the,
good song. So
aye,
good
I'm
songs
kind
there.
of,
But on the set list, I had to listen to some. We haven't got a recording of this. If you, we must have recorded it because there's a set list there. So, Rain, Rain, Rain. That's on that album. Flesh and Blood's a good song. Dance Away. That's a good song too.
good song. Yeah, I like that.
Same Old Scene is they're all good songs. 8 Miles High. That's a, is that a it's a cover version.
Yeah.
Crosby and what's his
Nash.
name? Another guy.
Neil Young.
No,
Stills.
another guy. No,
Oh, I don't know.
Scottish guy maybe. I don't know.
Oh, yes. I know who.
I Love is a Drug, great song. So they were Do the Strand. That's a great song too. So
Yeah.
a good gig, no doubt. 8 Mile, the Birds. That's right. That's right.
Right. Right.
Quite right. Thank you, John McCallman. Thank you. That's right. I was trying to remember his name. Mr. Bird.
Yeah.
Yes, thanks, Derek. It's all coming out. The hive mind is working
Works
well.
properly.
Thank you. So if I'd been a Roxy music fan and gone to see them at the time, I would have enjoyed that.
There's a real there's a real sort of pre 1980 fan base for them, and then a sort of post 1980 fan base, isn't there?
Yeah. It's more like the people who liked them before it became the Brian Ferry band.
The smooth
guess.
sort of.
Yeah,
Because
crooner type.
Yeah.
Oh, they were bonkers.
They were very clever.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff.
Virginia Plain.
Because of their age, mate.
Virginia Plain. Listen to Virginia Plain. That wouldn't even get on the radio now.
No.
It's got too many. It's got 5 chords.
Aye.
Or you know what I mean. It's got heaps of time changes. It's way different. And Brian Ferry's not got that he's got a distinctive voice, but I don't know if it would be. yeah, it's a good album, good song.
Yeah. They're one of these bands that, because of our age, we just kind of missed them, didn't we? And I think
Yeah,
we
we were in the 80s side.
aye.
We
Two
were after the
years
80s.
later, sort of, even 1 year later
Yeah.
than this. Just about a year's a long time when you're 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so yeah, I mean, I know it's funny though. Looking at that set list, mate, I know all the songs, you know, so
Right.
they obviously get into our psyche somehow.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, I only really remember the sort of the smoother stuff.
Yeah.
On top of the slops and stuff, and I never liked it. I always thought he was I wanted to give him a slap when I saw him on the telly. He was that sort of character. It's like, you know, but he's quite a big guy. He would have slapped me back.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
He's a big guy.
He's very like gave that perception of being a sort of smooth,
Aye,
debonair James Bond
aye. That's
type
good description.
crooner.
Yeah.
Or
I've got a wee clip here. You want to see this wee clip I've got? This is a wee clip of Brian Ferry talking about the Apollo. We'll play this. Hold on.
Well, it was always kind of a highlight of every British tour we did in Roxy. Was going there because the audience was so warm. It was always amazing, even before you went out on stage. And we could hear them in the dressing room sort of banging away, the whole building moving. And they were also kind of very appreciative of the music when you play. I mean, they kept quiet when you were doing a quiet song and so on. And then they would erupt at the end, which is the perfect kind of audience. Some buildings have that sort of a good atmosphere anyway. And that building was particularly pleasant to be.
That building was particularly pleasant to be in. It was a cope, Brian.
Is he from? Isn't he from? Yeah, but isn't he from Newcastle or somewhere?
He is. I think you're absolutely right. Yeah, he's here's Boots saying that he was his first Roxy concert at the Apollo was brilliant, and the support was Leo Sayer. Little Leo. We've never played any of that album on this show, have we? That Leo Sayer
Well, we
River
wouldn't feel
Records thing.
We'd take it.
Who
I'm
knows?
a wine band.
Yeah, exactly. But
Nobody knows who I am.
he's away again. But yeah,
Anyway,
I need
I
to
enjoyed
listen
listening to it.
again.
I wouldn't have minded.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have minded listening to a bootleg of that.
Yeah.
But there's not one to be found.
No, not yet. But
Stephen Loudon says it was his first concert.
fantastic. Not bad,
Nice one,
eh?
Stephen.
Not bad. And hi Pete.
Leo's Apollo.
Pete's popped in on the YouTubes. Welcome, Pete. Thanks for joining us again, mate. Nice to see you. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's a funny one, but I just think there's something about them that I know all these songs, and
yeah,
they're and I mean, I was reading. I mentioned it before about the early Roxy and the Brian Eno stuff and all that sort of the influence of the sort of art on them, and then they got swept away by the sort of the post-punk sort of look good as well as sound good, if you know what I mean. Like the Geranis and the Spandau Ballets and stuff. But yeah, they were good. I like some of their songs. I'm not so keen on some of it. I'm not very knowledgeable about it, though. I have to say, I haven't even. I usually watch a documentary before these shows to try and get up to speed, but I haven't even watched a documentary about it, so I don't really know much about them. So anyway, I don't think we can wring much else out of that, can we?
we're ringing in and out of it. It's just what was going on.
Yeah, but
no.
Yes,
if you were there, you probably enjoyed it. If you didn't,
yeah. What
You
did Martha and the Muffins end up doing? What was that song again? You mentioned it earlier. What was the song again?
Echo Beach.
Echo Beach. Yeah, that is a good song.
Echo Beach, far away in time. Yeah, it was very good. It's a good little but they eventually they broke up a little, I think, and I was reading online that one of them works as a sort of cleaner or something. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, guitarist.
Yeah, this is the This is the first verse. I know it's out of fashion and a trifle uncool, but I can't help it. I'm a romantic fool. It's a habit of mine to watch the sun go down on Echo Beach. I watch the sun go down.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. I quite like
But
that.
the album, see that
Cool.
album,
Yeah.
that album is Metro music. I tried listening to it the other day. I thought,
Yeah.
wow, that's good. I like that. They got
Yes.
they got some songs I was singing. I was thinking the wrong words. I was thinking there was something I was going. She said my heart is a banana. What? No, it wasn't. It's not
Yeah.
like my heart is something else. That was a single, but anyway, it was good. It's a good album. If you like it, like it. I'd give it a go. Another go. Not bad. Yeah, Saigon. What's the song? Saigon. It's a good song called Saigon.
Someone's
That's
just
Saigon. It's called. Yeah.
someone's
Paint
said
by
in,
Number Heart. That was the
oh,
song I was thinking she was saying. Paint by
right.
Banana. Banana Heart. Oh,
What was she saying?
Paint by Banana. She was saying Paint by Number Heart, but anyway. No, they're good. Echo Beach, good song. Apparently written in about 20 minutes or something.
Right. Sounds it a wee bit.
What was the last hit you wrote?
Oh, mate, I've got so many hits in my own head. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But
The Echo Beach was a reference made to a faded time and place gone in the lyrics of the song Hiroshima Mon Amour by the band Ultravox. So they took a little bit. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Another band that were sort of good at one point and turned to not so good in many people's opinions. I've not got much of an opinion about Ultravox, but I know people debate about it. The old Ultravox and the new Ultravox. So, in other news, someone just reminded me, and you are quite right. It's Geddy Lee's 69th birthday today. That's
to the Rush.
The Rush fan cast. But and someone here, I don't know who it is because their name's not there. I think it's probably is it the Professor. Hi Scott and everyone else. I listened to the Rush album and couldn't agree with you more. Absolutely fantastic. Keep wondering who it was, the Professor that was shouting out. Yeah, you can really hear it, can't you? It's I've never heard it on an album before. Don't normally listen to live shows. Prefer to watch them on Blu-ray, but by God, the recording took me back. It really is a special recording. It's a really special recording that it's quite fitting that it's come out. I mean, it's a year late. They've brought out this 40th anniversary album because of the COVIDs, but it's definitely worth listening to. Right, How about we look at our poll we did this week, mate? What do you think?
Sure, do that.
So this was interesting because I finally worked out how to do Facebook polls rather than Twitter polls. So when we did the first poll, I can't remember what it was, best guitarist or something. I think we got about 70 votes. And then last week, we got 700. This week, nearly 900, because folk are really comfortable on Facebook, obviously. And we asked the question, who did the community think was the best punk band to ever play? And I just bashed up 2 or 3 bands that I knew, like Big Watty, the Exploited, and the Stranglers and the Clash, etc. And this here, look at this. Of course, I should have put the Rezillas on there, shouldn't I? I should have put that on in the first place. But the Stranglers, I was really surprised that the Stranglers and the SLF didn't do better.
Well, you split the vote whether someone put
it looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, and SLF twice.
And that was
the Stranglers would have been. I know it wasn't you, but someone put. Yeah, I thought the Stranglers would have been up there.
Yeah,
big time.
But anyway, it was good. And Pete's saying the Damned. Yeah, the Damned were on the list later on, Pete. But really interesting. I mean, there was a few, like, it was good. I thought it was excellent, actually. I'll just get my eyes on the full list and tell folk what everybody said. Here it's here. So bands that got mentioned, the sort of obvious ones, as I said, The Exploited, the Rosellos, the Clash, the Skids, the Stranglers, SLF, the Jam. Are the Jam a punk band? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know. Like, I've no idea what I'm talking about. But I don't know.
They were
the Damned.
They were
The
pretty mod.
Saints.
If they were punk, they were very mod about it.
Aye. Yes. But there was a band called the Saints. John Irvin put the band the Saints on. I don't remember the Saints. No doubt.
They're an Aussie band. They played up the stairs. Yeah.
Right. And of course, Sham 69, brilliant. They're a good band. And the one that I missed, which is really ridiculous, the Ramones. I mean, geez,
that is ridiculous.
I would have loved to have been at a Ramones gig at the Apollo. Can you imagine? It would be chaos, man.
Yeah.
You know, they play about 50 songs in 20 minutes, and the place would just go completely mental. So yeah, that would have been great to see them.
Yeah.
And the Buzzcocks, I don't know. The Buzzcocks. The Buzzcocks were a very pop band for me. They had lots of really good hooky pop songs. I don't know enough about them to be definitive about it, obviously. But and then Susie was always classed with that a lot, but I never really saw her as a punk either. I know she was in with the Pistols and stuff, but yeah. Undertones, absolutely. Yeah, that was Fran that put that on there. They were a good band. Still going with another singer. They were touring recently, actually.
Are they?
And then the Ruts, Tommy Clark, the Ruts on. I remember the Ruts. And then the Anti-Nowhere League, George Andrew put them on. I remember them. They were a bit mad, weren't they?
They were.
Yeah, and then finally, another one of the CBGB bands, Television, somebody mentioned. So,
punk? Don't know if they're punk.
I'm not sure either, but does it matter though? Because I mean, in many ways, it's about the attitude, isn't it, and the lyrics.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't really matter. It's just a bit of fun, but it was interesting. So we had a tie between the Clash and the Jam, and the Jam won by 1 vote on this week's poll. So we'll play some Jam in a minute. But and then next week, I mentioned it last week, and I got abuse from across the water from Mac. Well, we're going to put who was the best support act. So we'll do the support act this week, see what people think. But Pete's saying there, the Jam started as a punk band. I think that's right. Actually, I agree with you.
Do you want me to give you a list of all the support bands?
Have you got a list, have you?
I can make a list. I've got the data, mate.
He's got an algorithm for it. I'm telling you, he's amazing. He's just amazing.
I could write a query on the database.
Write a query? Listen to him. You think he'd give it his there?
Oh yes, I do. Of course, I do. Would you like it on a spreadsheet or a text document? CSV? XML?
Somebody over on the Facebooks is saying that the Ramones supported by the Rosellos. What a gig that would have been! Imagine that.
That would have been good. Yeah.
But that would have been a great gig. And there's a comment here. What's this? Hold on.
That's Raymond. Raymond's comment. Ramones at the Apollo. Have you seen that one? You could order a pint in Lauders. Oh, sorry.
That's good. I like that. The Ramones at the Apollo. You could order a pint at Lauders, go and watch the whole gig, go back to Lauders, and your pint would still have a heat in it. Excellent. But I went through a few weeks ago. I mentioned it on the show. I went and watched as much of the CBGB stuff as I could find, and the Ramones were a great laugh. They were good. They took themselves really seriously, but they were very, very good. I thought they were excellent. So,
did you?
And I like that mixture.
Yeah. Did you hear that? One of the to some, I can't remember who it was, and he said he went to see if he could. Oh, it was the guy from I think, one bloke from the Talking Heads, and he said, I went to see if I could talk to the Ramones. Now he didn't know who they were, and he went into a pub. He went to CBGB, and he said, "Are the Ramones here?" No, I think he went in and said, "Are any good bands on?" And he said, "This guy said, oh, there's a band called the Ramones," and he thought they were a Mexican band at the time.
Excellent.
I don't know if I want to go into that, but he went and said they were very good. But yeah, the Ramones.
Derek's given us a list. There's a list, mate. Like, Skinner, Montrose, Alex Harvey Band, Skids, Queen, Thin Lizzy, all as support acts. It could get really messy, this poll. It could get really messy.
It could.
I'm
Do
going to
you
limit
want me
it
to
to
put
one
in the
vote.
date? Do you want me to put it to? Do you want me to get the list and have it?
Look at this customer service
The
we're getting
date.
here, folks. Isn't that amazing? Look at this
See if
customer
I could
service.
get if I could get the date of the gig. The earliest. What do you think? The earliest gig. Tom Petty, yes, he was there too.
Tom Petty, that would be
Boots.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to be good. It'll be a bit of a bun fight, I suspect, but I'm looking forward to it. So I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll probably do it tomorrow before the football starts, because the football's back tomorrow. 12 o'clock.
Okay.
The Rangers are playing at 12 o'clock.
I'll be asleep. Don't worry. Don't you worry about that, mate.
I'll have Sports Scene on, because I love it. Absolutely love Sports Scene. No, what's it called? Is it Sports Scene? What's it called? The two guys? Sports Sound. Sports Scene. What's it called? Off the Ball.
The two blokes
Off the Ball.
Off the ball.
Off the Ball. I love Off the Ball. Brilliant. Pete saying football is for kids. Well, I know. And what about women's football, Pete? I'll just push that in there. I've loved the women's football this week. I'll have that officially said online and recorded. I thought it was brilliant. And I actually supported England for the first time, I think, ever in my life. I wanted England to win a game of anything. So that was a moment. That's a threshold moment for me. I am in full recovery. I mean, I went and had a lie down and stuff, and I felt okay after I had a wee lie down.
Yeah. Did Scotland not qualify?
No, they nearly did.
Oh, right.
But Fiona's making a good point. She doesn't like football, but she likes off the ball. I can understand that, Fiona.
Yeah.
We
Off
got a
the
mention
ball,
on that
too.
one week, you know. We got a mention on it one
No,
week,
we
very
didn't.
brief. We did.
Mm-hmm.
I texted in, yes, and we got a mention, very brief.
Oh, you texted in and told them. Right, okay.
Mention it. But anyway.
mention it.
So anyway, that was the poll.
Yeah.
We shall come
And
back to the jam.
The jam.
Poll, the jam in a few moments. But before we do that, just to keep Andy on his feet, I think what we'll do now is we'll have a wee look at you ready? Are you steady? 1, 2,
Just
3,
the
4.
dance we're doing.
So, Mr. Muir.
See that video thing you got there?
Yeah.
That video. It's got Google
That
Plus.
stinger.
That's quite old.
I know. Well, I made it.
Sorry.
I actually made that myself, and you can kind of tell because
Yeah.
I got the little background bit and then I added the wee. I'll play it again. I was quite proud of the way I feeded that. It's quite good. It looks quite professional. But yeah, it's getting old now, mate. It's getting old.
That's been long. That's
All right. Oh no, you're not supposed to notice these things.
I do.
I did a talk, and it was quite an important talk. And I said to the audience, and this is filmed, it's on the YouTubes, and I said, has anybody ever heard of TikTok? And of course, nobody had at that point, but now it's useless, that video, because obviously everybody uses TikTok now. But anyway, socials.
Insert new
Beep.
social media.
Yeah.
Okay. Socials this week, we had 329 people posted and commented. It's quiet because there was only 2.
Yeah.
There's a few people putting up their tickets, and did. That's not right.
I did I? Don't remember doing that.
No, I didn't. No,
All right, okay.
No, you put up a ticket. You put up
Did I?
my ZZ Top ticket.
I did.
for some reason.
It was yours, Tick, yes. ZZ
My
Top.
ticket. ZZ Top. ZZ Top. So 28,123 people viewed. There was 20
Jesus.
posts, 1,317 reactions, 35 new members this week. So
Yeah, good.
that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Welcome to you, new members.
Yes,
If
absolutely.
you're on, if you're not, like and subscribe. If you are, like and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, like
What are we
and
up to now,
subscribe.
mate? Is it 11.5 now or 11 points?
11,553, maybe
Jeez, oh man,
52
amazing.
members.
Yeah,
It is amazing.
totally
Thank you very much
brilliant.
for
Totally brilliant.
sharing your memories and sometimes sharing your opinions. Yeah, it's all very good.
Some good ones as always.
It doesn't have to be. Usually, it's not. Sometimes it's not even about music. It's about other stuff.
Yeah, I am.
So
There was one or
you're
two
right.
this week. I don't know if you saw the ones this week. They were not about the Apollo, but I couldn't take them down because they were like people remembering gigs at other places in Glasgow or in Scotland, and obviously they very fondly remember them. And I didn't have the heart to take them down, mate. So I must apologise
Yeah,
to.
I know.
Because if we
No,
open it up,
there
it'll just go wrong. But I could do it.
if
But
you start your post with not this is polo related,
delete.
there you go.
But
There you go.
there was a couple of pictures. I've got them here. The one obviously on the left there, David Byrne. Funny enough, you were talking about a minute ago.
Yeah,
That was him.
yeah. Was it? All right.
Backstage.
No.
And that was that famous night where all the 4 CBGB bands were playing in Glasgow on the same night. And that I mean, I was just obviously we were too young, but we're only 9 and 10 or something. He is from Well, he's from. Is it Dumbarton? He's from or something. I'll need to look it up. Yeah, he is Scottish.
Such a nerd though. Look, he's got his pen
I know.
in the in the fold of his. He's got it down in his shirt there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
I mean, it's
Look
quite.
at
I
the
mean,
young face on the
irony.
boy.
He says it's for irony, doesn't he? He says he does it for irony because he dresses like the sort of the people going to work every day. You know, that's what he says. He does it for. I'm not sure that's true, but he was part of that whole scene, the CBGBs, and they were all sort of Andy Warhol influence. So I don't know. It may well be true,
Yeah.
but I think we spoke about it a few weeks ago. Maybe it was on the Zoom call, but there was a gig he did in Glasgow. I think it was at the Armadillo. I'm not certain though, but it was really weird because there was nothing on the stage at all apart from the artists. So there was no drum kit, there was no guitars. There was guitars, but everything was done by radio mic. And they were all dancing about. It looked really odd. It looked really peculiar.
I've seen a clip of that. It's amazing.
Yeah, really clever. He's a clever bugger, so he is.
Yeah.
But what do you think of Talking Heads? Do you like them?
Yeah, they're all right.
Yeah, I'm a wee bit like that myself.
I'm not gonna out my way to listen to them, but they're
no. I kind of again they were just before our time. I mean, again when we saw them in the 80s, on the telly anyway, never went to see them, but they were more a pop band for a while, weren't they? They got kind of mainstream for a while. And on the other side, obviously this is a picture of the wonderful Maggie Bell, and I would love to have seen her. I've seen her, but I would love to have seen her at the Apollo, or here it is, the Greens that the Professor put this on. What a voice! What a voice! And we've spoken about her many times on the show before.
Yeah, she is a great singer.
Amazing singer.
Great singer, great woman.
Just amazing, just amazing. And
person.
there's a few comments here about from Pete and Fiona talking about Talking Heads. Students love Talking Heads. They do. The armoured dildo. Yeah, very good, Pete. And Fiona's reminding us of Psycho Killer. It is a great song. That's a really good song. I used to go and see a guy called Billy something or other in Edinburgh every week, playing in this little pub just at the top of the Grassmarket, and he used to do an amazing version of Psycho Killer. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pete said it took them 20 years to break through. Yeah, absolutely. But Maggie never got to the level that I think she deserved to get to personally, because she was just so talented, just so talented. Yeah, and it'd have been lovely to see her do a bit better than she did. But I'm sure she's had a good career. But
she's when I watched some videos of her, Stone the Crows live.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh, I know.
You're like, holy shit, she's brilliant. The whole band's brilliant, but she's
Yeah.
some, just
Something else.
something else anyway.
You
And
must
that
watch Stop
the
Making
lad,
Sense.
the guy who I think his name was Mark Griffiths, someone who posted that. I think he was in Beggar's Banquet.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's I had a look on his stuff about him, but Beggar's Banquet's quite good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not overly familiar with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's Pete saying they used to play the Unidiscos for years, and the live gig in the church was divine. I can imagine. And the prof saying,
Martin G. Beggar's Griffiths. Martin Griffiths. Is that right? There's the professor. Just geez, I thought before Martin, right? Michael Martin, something like that. Anyway, it was a name. Yeah, good band. I quite
very good.
Beggar's
So
Banquet too.
that was my favourite from this week. But there was loads. There was loads and loads and loads of things. And again, the usual mix of tickets and all sorts of stuff, which was great. So we really appreciate it. It's just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody just asked me there, what was the picture that I put on earlier for the 1 hour before the show? That is the Jam, but it's from Brighton. It was their last gig before they split up. They played in Brighton. That was a picture from that gig. I couldn't find one from the Apollo, so my apologies for that. I just couldn't get one. Couldn't get one. So, do you fancy some music? We put some music on.
Sure, mate.
Let's see what we've
Thanks,
got
Derek.
here. Right.
Martin Griffiths, Beggar's Opera. Beggar's
There you
Opera.
go.
Why did I call it Banquet? Beggar's Opera.
Yeah.
I'm all wrong.
Another comment here. Saw Maggie play with the sensational Alex Harvey band in the 90s. I remember that gig at the Kings in Glasgow. Brilliant, but she only did 45 minutes. That would have been amazing.
You still remember it. You still remember it.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So in terms of some music, well, I thought it was an idea because the Jam came top of the punk poll. Whether they're punk or not doesn't really matter. They're just a band, a good band. So I had a listen, and as I often do, I always like the introductions or the encores because you get a sense of the atmosphere, and some of the Jam songs are quite short. So we've got a couple here, and I'll just let the Jam do the talking themselves. But it's pretty damn good. It's a good recording. Pete, you'll enjoy this because it's a good recording. So this is the Jam, and the first one they're playing is one of their famous songs, "Start." This is from '82, I think.
Last time, so let's make it the best time. Put your hands together and welcome the Jam. Thank you.
That was pretty damn good, wasn't it? That was excellent.
Yep.
Absolutely excellent. That second song, it sounds to me like sort of almost like Dwayne Eddy or something at the beginning, you know, the guitar style. It's really good. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, quite classic rock and roll sound, but it's a good recording. That the whole gig's good. It's on a YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/Glasgow Apollo Live. It's really good. The whole gig's good. There's two videos. It's about an hour and a half, but split over 2 videos. It's well worth checking out, folks. If you haven't before, it's really good. I think they did release some stuff as well from the Apollo, didn't they? Officially, the Jam, and then 3 years later, he came back with a Style Council. I don't get that at all. Can never get into them. No, I remember I liked the Jam, but sorry, there's a bit of a hang here. Aye. But I was never that keen. But this stream's a wee bit dodgy tonight, folks. Sorry, I think there's some funny stuff going on. I'm sorry, but the beginning of the track, it was absolutely fine on the edit, but Andy was saying it was a bit weird. And your camera's going to be a bit weird as well. But anyway, very good. And I was going to play something else as well, if people will be patient with me here, because I wanted to play some Roxy music. Now, this is quite interesting because it says on the YouTubes that this is from the Apollo, Andy, but there's obviously some argument about it. Some people think it's from Fiona's saying it's still got a few. It did. What? What you say?
Is it from Newcastle?
I think there is definitely some arguing about whether it is, but hey, I don't care. It sounds good anyway. So we're going to finish tonight. Well, we've got a couple of things to do.
Aye, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
We'll just play.
Instead of go yourself, well, you know where you are.
I've got the whole gig queued here, but I'm not going to play the whole gig. But let's just listen to
play the whole gig.
I'm not going to. I'm going to play the first song. Okay. So this is Roxy music. It says on it from the Apollo. I think it might be from Newcastle. That was at the Apollo. There you are. Sorry.
I don't know. It was very good. Anyway.
It was good recording.
When
Yeah.
the backing vocalist was singing there, I thought, wow, that's an amazing backing vocalist. And then someone said, who's that backing vocalist?
Yeah.
No, it's
Very
very
good
good.
indeed. So that's about it for tonight, mate.
It's still going.
I know.
Right.
Well, if we're going to get kicked off Facebook, we might as well do it. Might as well go down in a blaze of glory, mate. I'll turn it down a wee bit. Hang on. There you go. It's off. Let's put it off. There you go. But so thanks everybody for tuning in. It was we managed to stretch that out to over an hour, despite one band or two bands playing in this week in history, which is good. I think we need to bring back.
We're stretching it. We're just doing it.
I don't think we did. I think it was fine. Just I like. I have to say, I like the looking at the set lists. I quite enjoy that actually. Looking at the set lists, it's really cool. And we'll do more of that, I think. And but don't forget that if you want to support the show, and people are frequently dropping some money into the tip jar, pop over to coffee. And you can buy us a coffee for a couple of quid or something, which is always really appreciated. It helps pay for the software and stuff for us, so, or even the occasional coffee. But we really appreciate it. And as I said earlier, our YouTube channel is there for everybody to, you know, it's basically collating all the material that we've got from the wonderful guys over at Rescued Recordings, which is, it's really building an amazing collection now, the number of recordings. So it's well worth joining Rescued Recordings, and then you can go to their YouTube channel and you can see a whole load of them all collated there. These are the ones that me and Andy have found over the years on the YouTubes. So it'd be great if you could do that. Couple other things, just to give the boys a mention as always. Thank you to Jack, Stephen, and Phil for the great work on that. It's really, really cool. If you've enjoyed the group, please share it to your friends. We're still getting over 25 a week, which is just unbelievable for a website that celebrates a venue that closed in 1985. But that's the URL for it there, folks. And then finally, Andy's amazing merchandise is still selling really well for us. So it's great, isn't it? It's magic. We really appreciate it.
And they actually still are.
Is there still a sale-on?
For still a sale on for 1 day and 9 hours. So if you're seeking one of the 63 designs, then have a go there. Have a look. Just have a little browse. See if you like anything. If you don't, drop me. If there's something there that you don't, if you want, drop me a line. I'll see if I can.
He's right into customer service at the moment, isn't he? He's getting to be really customer centric. It's really good.
No.
No. Pete's saying we should get Love Music to sponsor us. Do you know, Pete? We probably do need to get ourselves a sponsor, because it would make sense, wouldn't it? So, if you know anybody out there, folks, that you think would be well
sponsor this,
you'd be amazed. People that, I mean, the Facebook group is actually a large group, and it would be kind of cool because it would help with all the software and stuff. John's saying, agree, more set lists would be cool. Well done for making it last. I don't know why the armadillo came into my head as the armadillo. That's what I'd say all the time myself. The thing you inspiring me. Fine. So Pete's saying that's a shop. Maybe have a wee look at that, Pete, because it's it might work with the vinyl. And we've got some nice news as well. Actually, I told the Zoomers this, but I had a very quick chat with the one and only Tom Russell the other day, and he's wanting to come on the show again. So we're going to have him back on again. It might be towards Christmas. I don't know, but he's coming back on again, which is fantastic. I really look forward to that. He's a complete dude, and he's a brilliant storyteller. So I'm dead chuffed about that, mate. I'm dead chuffed about it. And we're getting some hints on how to approach this this record shop, mate. So we might need to do that to get some sponsorship. But anyway, well done. Thanks, mate. Well done. Top notch.
Thank
the
you.
Research was amazing. From both of us. If you want to join the the carnage over in Zoom. It's www.glasgowapollo.com/Zoom. We'll be there. And it would be great to see you all there. It's always a good laugh. It was a really good crowd last week. I was so tired. I had to go to bed early. I missed most of it. But nevertheless, there was a good crowd. So if you fancy joining us, that would be absolutely fantastic. So it's good night from me here in an absolutely boiling, roasting hot little bedroom at the top of my house.
And it's good night from me in a not so warm Sydney.
A cold Sydney.
Quite.
Good grief, what's happening? The world's gone mad. And to rock us out, as always, we have a certain Mr. Andy Muir getting at Laldy with his, what were they called again? What was this band called again? The Andy Muir Showcase Band.
No, it wasn't. It was just some. It was a jam. It was a jam night.
It's very good.
So it was
I
jam
remember
night.
going. Do you remember I went to that wee place to watch you jamming? Remember that night? First, I arrived in Sydney and I got on a taxi, didn't I? Did you come and get me? Do you remember that?
No,
Yeah.
I gave you a lift.
Did you give me a lift? Yeah, but it's really funny. Anyway,
give you a lift.
This is Andy.
Like half an hour later, you were in the rehearsal studio going.
It was mental, wasn't it? It was absolutely crazy. It was like some sort of surreal. Yeah. So, right, Mr. Muir's going to sing us out. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week or in a couple of minutes on Zoom. Good night, mate.